here are 5 of the most anticipated disc releases of 2025. If I miss anything, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Coming in at number 5, we are highly anticipating a new Trash Panda disc golf release. For anyone who is out of the loop, Trash Panda is a YouTuber who started in his garage making discs out of recycled plastic and is now pretty much a full-blown disc golf entity. He has his own entire lineup of discs, including a collaborative disc that he did with Gateway. His lineup is really starting to take shape. The first 3 discs were all beginner-friendly, more understable discs, and now he's looking to release an overstable mid-range. If you're not following along on his YouTube channel, he's actually posting video updates walking you through every single step of the way to getting this disc from his brain into your hands. Really, really cool series. He just put out episode 2 where he's working on the mold. There are some videos of him throwing the disc already. It looks sweet. He's improved upon every disc as he's released them. I feel like each disc release is getting more and more consistent, higher quality plastic and quality control overall. So we're super excited for Trash Panda to start delving into the overstable side of discs. He actually has taken all 3 of his first discs that he released and put them into a starter set. You can go and find those. Really beginner friendly, really amateur friendly, awesome discs. And now we're super excited for some stability. My guess is that it would come out mid-2025, maybe closer to the summer, because there's no real rush, I feel like, to get discs in people's hands in the winter. He might start getting out prototypes sooner than that, but this is just speculation. Coming in at number 4 is an interesting one. I'm gonna go with the Streamline Range. So the Streamline Range technically came out this year in the Circuit Challenge packs that they give out to people. The Circuit Challenge, like the Trilogy Challenge of Latitude 64, Dynamic Discs, and Westside, is a tournament where you sign up, they give you a disc from Streamline, Axiom, and MVP, and you have to play the tournament with those 3 discs. Well, this year they gave out this new Streamline Range, which I'm here to tell you is pretty much a Berg. It's pretty much a Casaplast Berg, but it's in Streamline plastic, and they have called it a 2-speed. It's so much so like a Berg that, if you know Reed from the channel, he came up and handed me one, and he was like, check this out. And I looked at him, and I was like, why are you showing me a Berg? This is nothing new. And he said, no, it's not a Berg, it's a Streamline Range. Absolutely crazy. They're almost identical. But this type of disc is starting to become very highly sought after from everyone, and everybody is sort of loyal to their different companies. So anyone who's a Axiom Streamline MVP thrower that really wants a Berg in their plastic can finally have one. Maybe. I say anticipated for 2025. If it's anything like the Axiom Tempo, which is an overstable 4-speed that was released, I think, over a year ago now for the Circuit Series last year, that disc still doesn't have a stock release. So don't hold your breath for the Streamline Range, but they are pretty cool discs. They're very unique, I should say. It's a very unique type of mold, and the Berg at this point in time is really the only thing like a Berg. There's a lot of 1-speeds that are slightly understable or slightly overstable. The Berg is truly unique, and the fact that we're getting another disc that's like it just means there's going to be more options out there for you guys and for the consumers, which is cool. So we are anticipating that. I can't guarantee that it's going to come out in 2025, but we're hoping that it does. Coming in at number 3, I'm going to cheat a little bit and pick 2 discs. Latitude 64 in late November, PDGA approved 2 discs at the same time, one being called the Peak and one being called the Sweep. We don't know very much about these discs at all. One of them seems to be a putter. A lot of people are speculating maybe it'll be a slightly more overstable version of a Pure, which would be cool. And the other looks like a control driver. Either way, any Latitude 64 release is going to be very exciting. Their plastic is getting more and more high quality. I don't know if they'll be Royal Line discs, because that's typically not the naming scheme they would go with for a Royal Line disc. But they are coming out with mystery boxes once again this year, and they have promised new unreleased molds that are kind of a secret. So they could be in the Royal Line, and they could be coming out in those mystery boxes as prototypes like they do. In 2023, we saw prototypes of the Brave and the Strive, and then they got a stock release in 2024. So we could be seeing that here again. It's also fun if you watch the Latitude 64 videos. You can always be on the lookout for Johannes or Jonathan throwing a disc and talking to the camera saying, like, don't let them see what that disc is, it's a secret. Wink, wink. And like I said, anything out of Latitude 64 right now is extremely exciting. They have very high quality control, and the plastic is just sweet. So we're super excited about the peak and the sweep. Coming in at number 2 is another disc that we don't know too much about, and I cannot guarantee that it's going to come out in 2025. One of the most popular disc releases of this year, 2024, was the Innova Racer, a really cool, controllable, slightly overstable 12-speed. It came in at the numbers 12.6, -1.2. It was advertised as a beat-in destroyer, and amateurs everywhere absolutely loved it. I think it was a little bit less overstable than a Wraith, which a lot of people really liked, but it was a 12-speed, so you did have to get it really up to speed for it to be less overstable than a Wraith. But anyways, it was also very unique. It has a bead on sort of the edge of the rim instead of the inside of the rim, which either way, a driver with a bead is kind of weird, but it's unique and a lot of people find it very comfortable. A lot of people do know this, but at the same time of PDGA approving the Racer back in, I believe it was end of 2023, Innova also PDGA approved the Racer 2. And they posted on Instagram saying that it was slightly less overstable at high speeds than the Racer. They have not released this disc yet. They don't have hardly any information out. I tried to do some research and wasn't able to find any sort of expected release date, but if amateurs really liked the Racer, I can only assume that they're going to love the Racer 2. So we're hoping to see this Racer 2 in 2025. I think it would make an excellent complement to the Racer, and with such a large amount of amateurs now in the game, we're always looking for distance drivers that are going to be controllable for slower arm speeds. Before we jump into number 1, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for new content coming out every single week. We love creating a place for discussion to happen. Let us know what discs you are looking forward to in 2025 down in the comments below. Let me know if I missed anything, or let me know what your favorite on the list was, and like the video if you like this kind of style of video. Let's jump into number 1. We're going with the Simon Line Balance, the Axiom Simon Line Balance. This disc has all sorts of drama surrounding it, is one of the reasons it's why the most anticipated release of 2025. As long as Axiom continues to release discs for the Simon line, we are going to continue to be super excited about them. They put a lot of hard work and effort into those molds, into the marketing with those molds, and into making sure it's an incredible disc that people are going to love. Simon Lizotte is obviously very well versed in discs and creating molds, and so anytime he comes out with a disc, a lot of eyes are going to be on it. There is drama here, as we saw that Essential Discs already has a disc called the Balance, even though Axiom trademarked it a long time ago. They hadn't come out with it yet, and then Essential Discs got one PDGA approved called the Balance. Whole lot of drama. Either way, we're super excited for a new mid-range in the Simon line. Maybe it'll be called the Balance, maybe they'll change the name, maybe they'll just share the name. Regardless, it's going to be a really cool disc, and we cannot wait to see it. Again, let me know what you think in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel for more, and we'll see you in the next one. Stay swanky.